get that.
They'll send you and then they'll deny you.
Okay.
So let Sudan and Sokoto now go to Niger and hold the state of Niger ransom. Make diplomacy, because during his coming to power, he know how Tinubu intimidating him. He can use that one.
Okay,
so go now, please.
No
problem. God back there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate.
Right. Well, I'm trusting. If there's anyone I could trust at this point in time when it comes to external, security for Nigeria, well, it will be the Nigerian military. And until they've come out to give us a report on that, I wouldn't want us to be very suggestive, as to that. I would prefer that we gave the advice, advise the government. This is what you must do. This is a critical issue. I like that, Elder. But let's not go and indict certain other people. Oh, those who are retired. No, there's no need for that. Okay. But anyways, conversation is still right here and it's trending hot. And indeed, of course, it is the breakfast newspaper review. We call it the pages. Why? Because we look into the front pages of Nigerian newspapers and bring it into your eardrums and allow for you to also give your 2 cents into which of these headlines you would love to add your voice to. The number is still out there, 0907-353-0044. The other number would be 0908-766-8888. And now we're taking this call. Hello and good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, please. Good morning to you, Moses.
You're taking your hospital.
Oh, yes. That's why my voice is sharp.
God bless you.
Thank you, my brother. God bless you more. Let's get into it.
I think it's a good one. The federal government has, the security agents have arrested 4 politicians in the north.
Right.
They are still investigating with others who are behind the flag. So I told us yesterday that the federal government should go beyond border, because these children we are seeing on the streets, most of them don't even know Russia. They don't even know Russia flag. There are some sponsors. So if the government should go out like this, their names should be mentioned, and proper investigation should be done to bring such people to book.
Right.
Because it's a slap to the entire nation like Nigeria. Then another one again, Dangote Refinery are yet to obtain crude oil in Naira as promised by the federal government. Why is it so long? There are things that governments should take action immediately beyond promises. When they did that, when they gave that information on the national news, they should quit, because these are the suffering that Nigerians are going through today. So they should take it as an emergency, big emergency. What is happening that makes the masses to suffer, that push them to the street to demonstrate and protest.
Right.
So they should do that quickly. Then finally, the free importation, the free importers on some of our food items. I think they say it's from next week before that policy will be emerged.
Right.
Why? Yeah, I thought that thing has been done before. Why next week? So that's why sometimes these promises by this government is not helping matters. We want those things to be in action. Let it be in action. Nigeria is on a sick bed. It's on a sick bed.
All right.
So please, it's an emergency. So they shouldn't give empty promises and delay. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you so much, Moses, for that one. Appreciate that one. And you already know that this is where your voice is heard. Hello and good morning to you. Hello. Okay, maybe that's a miss. Not ready for us at this time. Taking this call. Hello and good morning. Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Suleiman.
Raymond?
Suleiman.
Okay, where are you calling
Yes.
from?
I'm calling from Apollo Legislative Quarters.
Right, Suleiman, let's get into it.
Yes. Alaji Salasi, I agree with you. Elder Omeja, I agree with you. Our elders, Alaji Usman Daura, and all our callers, I agree with you. I don't have much to say.
Okay.
But Alaji Ali Ndume is apologizing. I don't know for what, because I can say 99% of Nigerians will agree what he says is the truth. So tell me, how do you expect this country will move forward? When you say the truth, they come against you. I don't know for what he's apologizing. I didn't see any reason to apologize for what he said, because all of us know what he said is the truth. So how do we expect that somebody tomorrow will wake up and say that they are trying to tell the government the truth?
Look at what we are. Some of our elders say when we are protesting, they are at home eating food. Nobody say anything about for what he said. But I like it my that can step out, tell the president what Nigeria are passing through. He's the one that making, or is the one that is at fault. Kai, this is our country. God Almighty Allah will help them. Almighty Allah give us a good leader who have Nigeria and Nigeria heart. Thank you so much, sir.
All right, thank you. God help us, you say, and God would indeed help us as a country. Hello and good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Odwak.
Good morning to you, please.
My name is Abubakar calling from Masaka.
All right, Abubakar, welcome aboard.
My warm regards to Abubakar from Gogolada,
Right.
Salasi, Eda Onoja, and the rest of them. And I want you to especially treat Nacho for me. I hope he's doing well.
Sure, of course, he is.
Yeah. I want to respond to this headline on the refineries and the Dangote refinery or other local refineries are yet to buy or are yet to purchase crude oil from the NNPCL in Naira. I don't know what could be the matter. Is it the NNPCL that are frustrating them again, or the refineries have not really approached them for the purchase? Because Nigerians are really waiting for this. Ever since the president made the pronouncement, Nigerians are believing that this will be at least, it will be a long way to reduce the price of the fuel. So the headline sounds that it is the refineries that have not approached the NNPCL. I want to know, please.
Okay.
And as for Delta Edu, Tinubu should not allow that woman come back unless he wants the protest to continue again. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. Except he wants the protest to continue, which I don't think the president wants. Neither do you want it, and neither do I want it to. Nobody really wants the protest, but everybody just wants the president to do the needful, listen to the demands of the protesters, and the ones that he should handle decisively. Because one thing stands sure: it is hunger. It is hunger. It is again hunger. That is the denominator, and that's what pushing people out there and saying probably the president is not sensitive based on his policies, and these policies supposedly seemingly exacerbating the sufferings of Nigerians, right? But anyways, the Dangote refinery and other domestic refineries are yet to start the purchase of crude oil in Naira as directed by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So the Crude Oil Refiners Association of Nigeria said letters have been written to NNPC by individuals, refiners requesting crude, but there has been no response, right? So, if you also recall that the Federal Executive Council recently adopted a proposal by Tinubu to sell crude to the Dangote refinery and other upcoming refineries in Naira. Okay, well, after that approval, we still haven't seen anything, so it seems as though it is the NNPC that is just holding back somewhat, because typically we would expect our regulator, in this instance the NMDPRA, to kickstart the process by calling for a meeting of all parties to discuss the framework for such supply, or have NNPC respond to the various letters to it by the refineries requesting for crude. Somebody saying that one represented right there. But anyways, that's just what it is at the moment. Okay, and of course, let's just take this one already, and yeah, we'll get into some other talk. Hello and good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
My name is Ibi. How are you doing?
Welcome, I'm fine, thank you.
The NNPC here to sell crude to Dangote at a Naira price.
Yes, please.
Yes, let me tell you, you are in a former setup. I mean, your radio station there. If your GMD come on radio, announce that everybody has reduced the price of your advert by 50%. Until you see a hard paper, black and white, signed by him. If you take that step, you may be disciplined for it. What I'm saying, that the bureaucracy in government is not just by coming on here and make announcement. Until NNPC see black and white, until NNPC see that directive handed over and signed, in government, you don't take that step. It's a pronunciation. You wait for the backup instruction on how to do it. And the bureaucracy in government can take like 2 or 3 or 4 weeks, depending on what it is. I'm not justifying anything. I'm just saying that sometimes, it's not when you see it on television, government do this, that it comes to reality. There has to be some other formalities that follows into it. So whatever it is, the government has been the pronunciation. I believe at the right time you will see them very effective.
All right.
They recommend that they need to arrest the sponsors of those people carrying flags and this are there something. I know that some people are behind it. These are the same people. Number one, they are bad leaders. Number two, these are people who are benefiting from the oil subsidy and all this in naira dollar exchange rate. They don't use this time to pay back, to kind of show the government their grievances. Because I don't know how somebody will carry flag to children of 10 years, 15 years, who don't even know what they are carrying on the street and be running. It shows some people are really not happy with the government policy, and they want to use this protest as a way of paying back or haunting the government. They should go after them and make sure that the law is applied on them, because that is treasonable charges. I don't believe those children, and also that you give open the eyes of the northern leaders. There are those children on the street that remind the risk. They are time bomb. They can be instruments to be used by all these mischief makers to cause havoc in the north. They are ready tools in their hand. So they should have to get these children out of the street, get them educated and get them empowered, to give them skills so that tomorrow nobody will be able to use these children. And they should stop all this. They should find a way of minimizing all these children on the street. By the way, they formally engage this Quranic school. As a school, people will go and go back to their houses. How will parents just take a child to somewhere and they don't know the whereabouts of those child? Those children you see on those TV, I don't think there are from any home that is responsible. Those children do not even know where they are going. If you see them on the street among themselves, they are not back for 1 month. So it's a dangerous trend in the north. If they allow this to fester, because anybody can use these children for any evil agenda. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, GB, for that one right there. GB is making some very salient points right there, very strong points. But then when a president makes a pronouncement on an agency, the agency should typically await official documentation or guidelines before taking action that allows for the agency to confirm the authenticity and details of the pronouncement, understand the specific requirements and expectations, avoid misinterpretation or misimplementation, and ensure that there is an alignment with existing laws, policies, and procedures. Well, in many cases, though, the president's pronouncement is followed by a formal memo, executive order, a circular that provides detailed instructions and guidelines for implementation. However, if the pronouncement is clear, direct, and aligned with existing policies, the agency may take initial steps to formally, to prepare for implementation while awaiting formal documentation. Nevertheless, they should exercise caution and seek clarification. Well, that makes some sense, right? Anyways, but somebody, the president, number one citizen, had come out to say subsidy is gone at some point. But then remember, it was also based on an existing policy. But anyways, we're still taking your reaction now. This is Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. We give you an audio-visual radio experience that you can count on anytime, any day. We say this in strong authority. Why? Because we got the bragging rights. Why? Because you gave it to us, right? Well, let's get on to the WhatsApp portal now and see what other family members are saying via the WhatsApp portal number. And keep in mind that we are there hosting a national television, so you might as well want to get on to Facebook, get on to YouTube, get on to X, and you would indeed be a part of this one. But I just said it, and it came. Seeing this one right here, let's start with the Facebook page wall now. It says it's coming from Ozo Francis Namani. It says it's watching live from Amagunze in Enugu State. Enugu, the coal city, represented right here. And it says, good morning, my analyst in the studio. Mr. President should fix Nigeria's refineries, open our borders, revise fuel subsidy removal policy, diversify Nigeria's economy, and address the current economic hardship in the country. May God help us. Oh, well, may God help us. Indeed, honestly. But let's get on to this one now. I see a couple of messages right there, and we'll just go take it as quickly as we can. Samuel from Kuje saying good morning. Good morning to you too, Samuel, saying welcome and congratulations to another great day. Oh, yes. These governors should tell us what they have been doing with all the huge amounts they have been receiving from the federal allocation. And if they cannot give proper account, they should resign. With the huge amounts they're collecting, some of them are saying they cannot pay 70,000 15,000 naira minimum wage. Habba, Mr. Governors. These governors are becoming more powerful than the emperors. God, please help and deliver us from these emperors in Nigeria. In Jesus' name, amen. Have a wonderful day, UD, he says. All right, thank you. And this one here says, over 1 trillion naira spent on insecurity in 6 months. How can insecurity stop in this country when it is that lucrative? Okay. Certain people are benefiting from the insecurity in this country. Chinonso from Suleja is saying that now. And to this one right here, okay. Well, this is not, you're not really giving me a message, so I'm just gonna skip this one right here. Let me see if I got a name so you know I'm talking to you. Okay, well, you didn't put your name, so there's no point. Let's get on to this one now. Fortune from Life Camp is saying, good morning, UD, good morning to you too. It says, I don't think subsidy removal was done on black and white. It was just a pronouncement. We all live in this country, and when an order is made by a president, it becomes a law. Please, since our sponsored caller, come on, don't do that, so that, in fact, Fortune, I beg your pardon, not so that makes me just relegate your message right there. You may be making some sense, but you have just gone out of it, right? And that will not be tolerated. Seeing this one now, Abbas from Duce, it says, good morning, sir, UD, good morning to you. NNPCL yet to sell crude in Naira to Dangote. This is why we have called for the president to have a substantive petroleum minister. You can see how these people are foot dragging on this directive by the president. Our president have not demonstrated he can be able to handle this cartel in the NNPC. Police president shouldn't act like former President Buhari, who will give directives to people and nothing will be done. President Tinubu must follow up in his directives with action. All right, Abbas is reporting right there. Anyways, well, Fortune, I see your apologies, but that doesn't cut it, right? But anyways, I understand. I see that. But that's why I keep saying, hey, let's not allow our emotions take the most of us. Everybody has a right to say what they've got to say. What you have to do is sieve it through. And in terms of the professionalism, I'm seated here. And I'll make sure that, of course, we have, a very modest, conversation. But you going about trying to call people? No, don't do that. Don't do that. Anyways, yes, that's all about that. But let's go see the messages via the WhatsApp portal now. Quite a number of messages. Well, we were on the WhatsApp, but this time we're looking at the voice notes this time and seeing how we can incorporate the voice note from family members who have taken out their time, their data, the energy because of the love of Nigeria to put out a voice note. We'll start with this one right about now and here. Let's go on it.
Good morning to Abubakar from Masaka. Good morning to Triple Two from Warri. Suleiman, original and Fulani man, I greet you. I greet Elder Onoja. I greet Bibi Blessing. I greet Ochanya. And I greet Talatu. I greet Donatus from Niger State. I greet listeners and callers of this great station. I want to sincerely appreciate you for always giving us a privilege to call and contribute. My own is more or less like to appreciate God for everything. We thank God for always giving us the privilege to call Udwak Daniel. I sincerely appreciate that. And I won't take it for granted. That is why whenever you hear us going contrary, you caution us and we retrieve our state in order to move forward. That is family. I see us as one family. So sincerely, with all that is happening, our prayer is for this country to succeed. I'm telling you, as I always say, politics is over. Now we are facing the reality. I always quote the book of Romans chapter 13 verse 1 that says everyone must obey state authority because no authority exists without God's permission. And the existing authority has been put there by God. We are urging the government. If I remember President was say, God has blessed them. They don't need Nigerian money to become rich. Please, President, write your name in gold. Write your name in gold. Thank you for giving me this privilege. Nagodi. My name is Salasi.
Thank you, Selassie, for that one. It says, President, Mr. President, my father, my daddy, my president, write your name in gold.
Good morning, Udwak. This is Alami from Apple Legislative Quarters.
Morning,
on
Alami.
Article's comments.
Yeah.
Well, it's unfortunate again. It's unfortunate that it's still all about politics. It's unfortunate that the northern political elites are still not yet willing to put the peoples first. By now, I was expecting that the eyesore that we all witnessed in Kano and Kaduna, where our children that should be in classroom receiving basic education were being mobilized and given a foreign flag, that even if you ask them to spell the country, they can't even spell it. They are giving foreign flag to participate in a protest that they don't even understand. And then instead of us in the north to call ourselves together and say enough is enough, the poverty, the out of school children, the illiteracy that is consuming us, we must find a solution for it. But we are not ready. I'll finish by saying this: the Almajiris that we all saw 3, 4, 5 years ago. Where are they today? Most of them are the bandits and the Boko Haram that are destabilizing the country. The marginaries we are seeing on the streets of various cities and communities in northern Nigeria today would also end up tomorrow if nothing is done about it. Thank you so much.
All right, Alamin right there has given us 2 cents on some of his thoughts on the matter. Let's go take this one now from Triple D. He has sent a message to as well. He's a family member. All right, let's take this one.
With Golden Voice. Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Triple D from Waru. I think by now, I just want to tell Nigerians that we'll get it right. Our eyes are open now. And by the grace of God, regionalism, religiosity, sectionalism will be gradually taken away from us. And we'll get it right by the grace of God. Good morning.
All right, Triple D right there, always on the positive side, and I love positivism. Trust me, it is easier than negativism. But anyways, let's see, still got time in our hands. We'll just take a couple of voice calls, and yes, we'll now interplay between the WhatsApp messages, the Facebook message, as well as the YouTube message, should we have any, and of course, get a worthy conversation. Well, we're still going on with the conversation right there, because since President Bola Ahmed Tinubu had suspended, Bete Edu in January over allegations of corruption, there have been reports that she could be reinstated. But then the president had asked the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, talking about the EFCC, to probe the ministry under Edu's watch. Now, the president had also suspended Halima Shehu as the Chief Executive Officer, CEO of NSIPA, NSIPA, and all programs under NSIPA. I like the sound of that, though. He also constituted a ministerial panel to conduct a review of the agency's operation with a view to commending necessary reforms, right, of the NSIPA. However, just yesterday, presidential spokesman Ajurin Galale announced that President Tinubu had appointed 7 individuals to man agencies under the Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation. Okay, well, there are so many names right there. I'm not going to be able to jump into all of that, but yeah, that is what it is. And the president has an expectation, he has a target in his head, in his mind, that the new heads of these critical agencies and programs to discharge the functions of their offices with utmost integrity and diligence, so as to ensure that Nigerians, especially vulnerable groups, are the exclusive and direct beneficiaries of his administration's reconfigured welfare programs. Now you heard that, right? Well, anyways, still opening the phone lines now. 0907-353-0044 is that number to call. The other number would be 0908-766-8888. And the WhatsApp portal number is 0909-705-4450. Well, the immediate past Chief Whip of the Senate, Alain Dume, as of yesterday, publicly apologized to the ruling All Progressives Congress APC for embarrassing President Bola Tinubu on a live television program. Well, the apology had come 1 month after he was removed as the Senate Chief Whip following the interview he had granted on national television, stating that Tinubu had been caged and prevented from knowing the hardships which Nigerians were going through. Well, that is what it is. Well, following a sack, though, Dume was immediately replaced by Senator representing Borno North, Tahir Munguno. Dume's replacement by the Senate followed a directive issued to that effect in a letter written by the national chairman of the party, Umar Ganduje, and National Secretary, Senator Bashir Ajibola. Okay, that is what it is. Hello and good morning. Hello. Alrighty, that's Miss taking this one. Hello and good morning.
Hello, Yudi, good morning.
Yes, good morning to you, please. What's
My
your name?
name is Abdul, calling from Suleja, Niger State.
Abdul, welcome aboard. Let's get into it.
Yudi, I want to contribute on this flag issue, Russia.
Okay.
You see, since they find out the sponsors, I think they should call the name of the sponsor so that we Nigerians will know the people that are sponsoring this flag issue. Because like one of the callers says, you will see those ones carrying the flag of that Russia. Mm-hmm. They don't even know what they are doing. Mm-hmm. They don't know the meaning.
Right.
You see? So those sponsors are just trying to put those ones into trouble. So now I will contribute on this Dangote refinery issue. That they've not started buying fuel for crude oil from the NNPC. You see,
in naira, in naira.
Okay,
yes.
in naira.
Yes, please.
We know that there must be some documentation and all those things.
Right.
But since when the president have given executive orders, and this is what concerned the masses of Nigeria, they're supposed to give him the crude oil immediately, so that it will start production, so that the fuel will come down. Because I believe the fuel should come down.
Okay.
Food item also will come down. Thank you very much, Udi. God bless Nigeria.
God bless Nigeria.
Also.
Appreciate that one from you, though. Appreciate that one. We'll see another message right here. But let's also be guided. I mean, when the president makes such statements, especially when, GB had already said it. GB already said it, and I also put it out there, and I said, hey, it takes a process. But Nigerians are also saying that, hey, even though it takes a process, how long is it going to take? Why does it seem as though when issues that seemingly would benefit the people is given this cold feet, like a dice cold movement, towards it and all of that? Why is it that we're not having, those in the authority jump-starting this process? And if possible, not wait for the president to meet with them or send them a circular. Maybe get in touch with the president and say, Baba, Daddy, you said this. We heard you. We want to be sure. How do you want it to be? Do we kickstart tomorrow? Do we start it next week? Well, when are we getting the paper? Just as proof. Yeah, that's what Nigerians are saying right there. So would you blame anyone, for wanting to talk the way they do? Anyway, Comrade Ulo Bassi from FCT Abuja is saying, good morning. Standing on good protocols right there. He calls me Obong. That means chief, right, by the way. Okay. It's very demeaning to have learned that Senator Alain Dume has gone back on his outburst at Tinubu and prostrated to APC, begging to be brought back as Senate Chief Whip, as if it's his birthright. As it is, everyone is fencing for his self and family, not minding what's happening to the nation. Who will then bail the cat? Okay, some questions. Nigerians in diaspora has the fundamental rights to contribute positively to the well-being of the nation, irrespective of the threats by some elements in the country. May God save Nigeria. Comrade Olabasi right there is putting it out there. And we should end with this very one, as Vic has already come in with his laptop, is at top gear to bring you sports undiluted, because he's what? He's the sports minister. All right, so Vic, I beg your pardon, just this one. It's put a smile on his face, though. I don't know if it's a positive or a negative one. Anyways, we'll take this one now, and of course we call it a close on this one.
Good morning. This is Ahmed from Suleja.
All right.
See, the issue of this protest and protesters carrying a foreign flag, I still blame it on the northern elites. Yes, the political elite in the northern states or in the northern Nigerians are just the problem we have in Nigeria. Because now, what they do is that they invest in this so-called Al-Majri group of schools and allow this set of children to come out, not knowing the main aim, not knowing the objective of carrying out this protest, and they engineer them with just little change or just small thing and induce their own actions. Then they come out to the streets and carry out this nonsense protest. Now come to think of it, how can somebody come out as a protester and the person is still looting infrastructures, government properties that are mounted? It's wrong. So please, I think the political elites should look into it, and they have questions to answer to the government. Good morning.
All right. They have questions to answer to the government. Do I have questions to answer to you? I think I've exhausted all of mine. Anyways, 9 o'clock is another time, and yes, we would be here to have that conversation with you as we engage politics and current affairs. Remember, the power is in the people, and politics is the only thing that we address. My name is Udwak Daniel Vic, coming up right next.